Wike don't carry that truck go. Shame on you. Wike don't go with the truck. Soldier win this fight too. FCDA. Only one he locks of soldier.
Every time they go, they're supposed to give order. Say, may they destroy.
May they destroy. FCDA don't pack their truck. Wike don't go. You want to collect soldier land?
You know why? People when they die for their land,
I'm
when
telling
they die
you.
for this land, now you go collect her from them. Now insults now. Very insults. Now these people they die for this land. You better be what happen now.
I'm telling you, Wike don't carry shame go. Same boys on the follow. Power pass power. Power pass power.
Shame on you, shame on you. That tells you everything. Everything you need to hear. You saw that video, right? And it's really so sad. There's so many things about that video that you sit down and you weep for Nigeria. I saw a tweet where someone was saying that, there will have to be a lot of people who really don't have what they're doing for them to be at that place, at that moment, in that number, being there. But it also could be that maybe there are workers around there and they saw this thing. Nigerians like to do tafia, olofofo. Let me know what is happening. Everybody carry his camera and be there to say, oh, I was there when it happened. No, I was the one that had the video. And then that could also be it. But it will also be like the Twitter user now known as X had pointed out that this is an ill in our society with a lot of people who don't have job. But anyway, by the way, that's not even the main thing that I'm talking about on this thing. Is to say that the video that you watched earlier is from the site. That's what they said, that it's from the site where that whole altercation had taken place, the Yerima Wike versus Yerima saga that we all watch, with such dismay in the way that it portrayed us as a people and us as a country. And what has happened is that it's been reported that they've had to move their bulldozer and everything, all those things that they brought, that they were going to raise down the building that was being there, demolish it and all of that, and which was what the military officers stopped. And that is it. They were going back, and people were just, so I don't even know how to put it. Simply people jubilating, happy at the outcome of it all. That tells you everything. And usually when I hear people talk about the fact that, Wike is working, I was like, which Wike is working? Oh, Wike, the people, Abuja people like Wike, Abuja. I like this Abuja that we are in, that things are just going anywhere. Wike is power drunk, and he has really gone after a lot of people. People are losing their lands. He just woke up one day, all the parks that are, because okay, so there's this thing in Abuja. I don't know how often it's in other places. There are green areas, so these are supposed to be like parks, or they just left there. They are not going to they don't make buildings on them, permanent building. Even if you're going to construct something, it has to be something that is temporary. You're doing like an event center, not the one you go and build houses. All of a sudden, all the parks in Abuja, Wike gave them, terminated their decision without even following the due process. Yes, the government can revoke land when it comes to based on a public interest. But what public interest is there when you revoke land? You give it to some people to go and build this thing on them, estates on them, and he's revoking this land and he's turning that to multiple purpose, blah blah blah, giving it to people. And these are prime lands. You know the way Abuja works. It depends your location of your property, which is the same thing with everywhere. Anyways, the location of your property, really says a lot about how much you're going to get. And some of these are prime. I mean, they're selling lands in millions of dollars, not even in naira. Their naira is too small for them to be doing calculation, to be calculating the zero. So they are putting it in millions of dollars and all of that. So some of these lands are really prime lands, and he gets them, he takes them away, give them to his cronies. Even if you say you're going to change the use, why don't you give the people who already own these certificates this right of first refusal for them to be able to say, okay, no, we can't afford to buy it or whatever. Well, you've not even asked them to come and see if they're going to. Why in the first place are you even changing these things to this whole new this thing that you're doing in terms of you just coming out and in terms of you just coming out and just building all manner of houses, giving allocation, giving what do you call this thing now, rights for people to build all manner of houses. Before you know what's happening, Abuja is going to turn into a slum, you understand, into an estate slum. Honestly, if you come to Abuja, at least I've traveled to quite a number of capital in this world, across the world. Let me say, you're talking about Washington, D.C., places like, London, you're talking about Shanghai, you're talking about, okay, I haven't been to Riyadh, I think Jeddah, you're talking about, Dubai, you're talking about, what was Buenos Aires, that's Argentina, quite across, the world, been to capital. Somehow Nigeria also stays its ground. Like when I'm in Washington, D.C., honestly, it reminds me a lot like of Abuja. You're going through those areas, especially within the city center. So there's a place you're proud of. You say, okay, we also have, this place that, no, that I'm not saying that it's comparing with them hand to hand to hand, but to an extent, is standing its ground with them, and it makes one proud. And then all of a sudden, you want to turn it back to a slum. It was like a slum before Nasiru El-Rufai came and really worked on it. No matter how obnoxious Nasiru El-Rufai turned out to be later as governor, of Kaduna State, when he allowed power to get into his head. As FCT minister, he really did great. Yeah, there were places where they had to demolish houses, literally because people were building on places that were supposed to be roads. Some roads Abuja today, master plan, C road, people build houses on them. People build houses on waterways. And we're saying that's the thing that is being brought back in. There are places where spaces have been left so that you can build 10-lane roads. Now, those are places, green area, on your way, like if you're going to Kubu, around that Gwarimpa side, literally, they've turned those places to, converted them to people building malls and shops. And although it wasn't Wike that did that, it was done before Wike came. I think it was the minister before Wike that did all of that. Or was it even Bala Mohammed? I can't remember, but definitely not Wike that did that one. But Wike has gone on to do a lot. And within real choice areas. And the thing that he doesn't understand is that he also can create a choice area in Abuja. What does Abuja? Abuja is all about open up a place, put in infrastructure there. That's it. Leave it. People will build. There are people who are ready to build, to get this land. Let them get the land. All you even need to insist upon is that anybody that takes land within 6 months, you must start building. You must start building and you must finish it maybe within a year and a half. If you don't have the money, and you must show capacity that you have the money to be able to do. If you don't have the money, we're not going to give you land. You can make those kind of provisions to ensure that people don't just buy these lands, keep them, and they're doing nothing, about it. And so these are things that a whole lot that can be done. But here we are, all of this back. It's showing now. They've seen how much people don't like them. I hope they learn their lessons. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.